on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Lovely morning to you, Lagos, Nigeria, and beyond. Welcome to the last hour of the Crossfire today, Monday, 18th of January 2021. I am Sheriff Quadry. We're streaming live right now on Facebook. We're also live on YouTube. You're welcome to join in this conversation. We want to discuss your NIN registration. I have with me the spokesman of the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, Mr. Kayode Adegoke. He joins me via the telephone. Mr. Adegoke, good morning to you. Hello, Mr. Adegoke. Can you hear me? I can't hear you, Mr. Adegoke. Are you there? I can't hear him. We'll try and reconnect with him right now and make sure that we are able to hear him because right now we can't hear him. He's on the line, but we can't hear him. Hopefully, we'll be able to reconnect much later on. But let's talk about your NIN registration. How is it going so far? Earlier this morning when we had this conversation, Mr. Adegoke, are you there now?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning.
Fantastic. It's good to have you here. And Happy New Year to you. The last time we spoke was last year, 2020.
Yes.
It's good to know that it's good to know that you're there and you're still doing the good work that you do. Thank you for joining us. Let's have this conversation very quickly right now about the NIN registration. Let's start with the deadline. Can you clarify again which is the deadline and for who exactly? February 19th or 20th or January 19th or 20th? Which one? Which one exactly is the deadline?
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah. The Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Issa Ali Ibrahim, made the announcement last year, and also the DG NIMC, Engineer Ali Aziz, that there are two deadlines. The first, January 19th, sorry. Now, January 19th deadline is for those who have enrolled before and have the national identification number.
Okay.
While those who have never been enrolled have February 9th as deadline. For instance, if you have been captured in 2016, 2017, whatever, and you have your name, you have till January 19th to link your NIN with your SIM. If you have one SIM or several SIM. However, if you have not enrolled before, you have till February 9th to enroll and link your NIN with all your SIM.
Okay, fantastic. Is there a limit? Because I can hear you mention all your SIMs. Is there a limit to the amount of SIMs you can link to one NIN?
Okay, there's no limit. For instance, if you have like 10 SIMs, maybe one is for your smart TV, one is for your data, several.
Yeah.
All the 10 must be linked with your name.
Okay.
However, NIMC, with the approval of the minister, came out with a mobile app, MWS, NIMC mobile app. On that app, if you download it either on Android or Apple, you can link a maximum of 7 numbers to your NIN.
Okay. On
the app. But if it's not through the app, through the normal USSD code provided by the telcos, then it's unlimited. As long as the NIN the SIM were registered with your name.
So why did the app have limits?
Okay, the app, it's a developing app.
Okay.
So for now, we came out with it so that at least maximum of 7. Okay. Based on research, we discovered that an average Nigerian has about 2 or 3 SIMs. So we even extended it beyond the 3 to make it 7. At least we used to somebody that will have more than 7 SIMs.
Okay.
And individual. At least.
All right. But so we had this conversation this morning before we're having this one now, and a lot of people told me that it's not hard now since they cannot register their own SIM. They will just have somebody in their family register for the entire family. So somebody registers and the entire family goes and link their own SIMs to that one person's NIN. Is this allowed?
No, it will not suffice.
Well, how can you tell now? How can you tell?
Okay. When you send your national identification number to the telcos, there's still a second phase. The telcos will still verify that NIN you have sent to them through the database of NIMC. And if there's any incorrect information supplied, then they will ask you to go and register with NIMC and bring your your name, not another person's name.
Oh, okay.
Then
So,
this
so,
verification stage.
yeah,
Let me enlighten Nigeria.
yeah.
If you use another person's name for the purpose of this name SIM integration, that is not the end. The telcos will still do verification of the name supply to ensure that you are actually the owner of that name and you are the owner of the SIM. And if there is any disparity or incorrect information, therefore, you will be sent a message to say, you go to NIMC, your name is incorrect, go to NIMC to validate or to update or to register. Then supply the correct name.
And this is because those SIMs already registered with the telco, so they know when you are attaching it to a wrong NIN.
Exactly.
Ah, okay. All right, fantastic. Well, I'm glad that you mentioned verification by telcos with the NIN. Well, the telcos are complaining that it is not easy carrying out that verification from the back end of NIMC because your own facilities are kind of outdated. What can you tell us about this? They said that it's giving them headache, a lot of headache.
The telcos never mentioned that.
It's in the news today, Mr. Adegoke. It's in the news today, this morning.
What mentioned was that they had issues with the verification. But I can tell you, whatever issues we have, verification has been resolved last week. Because we have upsurge millions of verifications coming in at the same time. The database can take more than 500 million data.
Oh.
So you have to understand that it's a modern database. Let me tell you this, I'm not mind saying that it's one of the best databases in the world.
Okay.
Modern, updated, but it's just like millions of records trying to come in at the same time, but everything has been resolved. Verification is going smoothly, as I'm telling you. I mean, what is everything going on smoothly?
Let's talk about the shutting down of the headquarters. What can you tell us about this? Why the shut down of the headquarters?
Okay, like if you look at the press release we issued, we have opened up centers in about 20 locations.
Yeah.
And the purpose is to make NIN accessible to the people. Let me give an example. In Abuja, somebody living in Kuje will drive down to the headquarters, maybe because there is no center there.
Okay.
So in order to avoid that, we open up additional centers with the permission of the Honorable Minister in those locations, put this system there, make the place okay, so that you don't need to drive hundreds of kilometers to the HQ before you can get enrolled. It's just to make it accessible to the people. And also, because of the convergence of large number, NIMC is also mindful of a safety procedure for COVID-19. And we will never run foul of the law. So in order to protect the staff, the applicants, and also abide by the law of the federation, so we will open up more centers. Not only that, we have licensed some private agents recently, and some of them have started in Abuja, and it is in our statement we put the addresses of those people. So anybody living in FCT can go to any of those 20 centers plus the new ones by the private agents.
Yeah. Mr. Adegoke, let me tell you what I've heard about the background story to the closure of the NIMC headquarters. I am hearing that a lot of NIMC staff have come down with COVID, and that's why that headquarters was shut down and new centers were opened. Because even in Lagos here, you have new centers opening up for registration, and it didn't warrant the branch here to be shut down. You can as well have left the headquarters opened, and while the new centers will be opened as well, and everything can function as normally. Please confirm whether this story is true or not. Do we have more NIMC workers coming down with COVID at the headquarters?
No, the story is not correct. Sorry about that. The story is not true. At the headquarters, we have about 15 systems, and we have more than 30 or 40 enrollment officers. So note that our staff are coming down with COVID. No, that's not true. The systems have been moved to those locations, and we have added additional systems. It's just to decentralize the process. Like the case of Lagos we talk about, Lagos has about 70 centers. You understand? And in spite of that, Lagos is still trying to open up centers. You cannot compare the population of Lagos to FCT. Lagos has wider population.
Yes,
and the estimated population is about 20 million compared to the estimated population of 3-4 million in FCT. So Lagos will have more centers, and FCT, I can tell you, confirm the news. It's not that our staff are coming down with it. That's why we are coming down. No.
Okay.
NIMC have competent hands to do the job. And let me say this.
Please.
Let me say this.
Yes, please.
I have worked in the private sector for about 14 years before coming to the public sector. and I work in blue chip organizations in the private sector. I can tell you this. I have never seen highly dedicated, committed, and selfless staff as NIMC staff. I'll give you this scenario.
Yeah.
We are supposed to work from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock based on federal government directives. But NIMC staff go to any of our centers. They resume 7 o'clock. They don't go home until 7 o'clock just to attend to applicants. And this is what they have been paid extra allowance.
You don't think it's because they are making money out of this? Because Mr. Adegoke, I'm sure that you must have heard. Last time we spoke about NIN, we people complained about extortion as well. By your staff. We are not there allegedly, but you said that people should report, and you're saying that now that they work harder than usual. I'm saying, don't you think it's because of the kind of illegal incentives that they usually get?
Okay, let me tell you this. Absolutely not. And you can do me a favor, my brother. We are close. Yeah. You can go to many of those centers and do your findings. Okay. Let me tell you what we discovered. I'll give you an example.
Tell me.
In Abuja, there is a center in Quadry area. They complained about extortion. They took the picture sent to us. We verified. We discovered that they were security staff attached to the local government. We had to apprehend them. We used security officials to apprehend them. And one of them discovered that person was a staff of local government. They were selling the form, 1,000 outside. And this staff didn't even know. And somebody reported, as of today, we are prosecuting them. Even in Lagos, I'll give you an example. Like in Lagos, in immigration office, somebody complained.
Yeah.
His cook was extorted to the sum of 5,000 naira. When we investigated, security apprehended the person and discovered that the person was in house outside. Who has no business with NIMC or even with immigration officials. And the person has been apprehended. I am not saying that one or two staff, we can have one or two consistent staff. Yes. If in some instances in the past, we will read it in the news.
Okay.
One or two of my staff have been suspended. But however, my brother, let me tell you this without fear of praise. NIMC has one of the most dedicated, committed staff I've ever seen. I'm telling you, quote me anywhere. Quote me anywhere. Some, yes, no doubt, some might involve, but not majority of the staff.
Yeah.
Do me a favor because of our relationship. Go to some of these centers.
Okay.
Do your private findings.
Okay.
Once you go to some of the local government, let me give you my experience in Lagos. You go to some local government, you will see touting at the gate. We will put most. They don't patronize anybody. Go into the office. What they will do is they will collect. They will give them money. I say, bring 5,000 naira. I will help you. They will give them form. Some of them will just come in and say, please, this is my brother. Maybe they are local government. Can you assist me? Many people will later find out that they collected money. In some locations in Lagos, we have to shut down. And we have to have conversations with the chairman. And they assure us that all these things will be resolved. Because one, NIMC staff names is being dragged in the mud.
Yeah.
Whereas those who are doing the nefarious activities are not NIMC staff.
Mr. Adegoke, thank you for bringing clarity to that. But let's move forward a little bit. There is this confusion. I know that you have clarified, but for those that still ask me this question this morning about BVN generated NIN. What's the position of NIMC on this?
Okay, once you have your BVN generated NIN, for the purpose of the SIM migration, because we have generated your data from the BVN, you can use it. However, you still need to go to NIMC office to update your record. What do I mean by updating of record? For instance, maybe in your BVN record, your date of birth is different from what you have on the SIM.
Okay.
2, maybe the name arrangement is different. 3, maybe your address is different. Then also for fingerprint and facial capturing, because NIMC captures under ICAO standard, that is International Civil Aviation Organization standard. The moment we want to do capturing of biometric and the facial, if it didn't meet the standard, the culture on the system will reject it.
Yeah.
It has to meet the international standard. So that is why we encourage those who have generated the need through BVN.
Okay.
Once they submit, they should go to NIMC office closest to them to update their record.
Indeed, fantastic. Let me also chip this in, Mr. Adegoke. I have loads of questions here from people, but let's quickly chip this in. Now, I'm glad that you've explained the BVN and NIN, BVN generated NIN. But how about How about deadline extension? Is there going to be any deadline? Any extension of the deadline?
Well, I can't say for now because, one, there is a committee that was set up by the federal government, and this committee consists of the DG NIMC, consists of NCC executive vice chairman, NIDA, and a whole another heads of government parastatals. They came up with the deadline, and the minister approved it. However, for any extension or whatsoever, this same committee will still evaluate, report to the minister. The minister will report to the president, who will now grant approval. But for now, I can't say. But however, I know the committee meets intermittently to review all these issues. And all issues that have come up have been reported to the minister.
Okay.
And one thing I want Nigerians to know is that the Honorable Minister of Communication and Digital Economy is mindful of all these challenges. I know in the media, I'm not holding forth for him, but I know that a lot of people have been fighting. But the truth of the matter is that he has the interest of Nigerians at heart.
Okay.
This process is to protect Nigerians. You might not know. So the minister is not an Adama person, but every time he reviews the cases as they come up and he provides solutions. So I can tell Nigerians that if there is this extent, the minister and the committee will come up with a plan for the president to approve, and that will be communicated.
All right. Before I go to the phone line, just one more question again. We've also heard on so many occasions when people call into the shows and they say that your staff always tell Nigerians that they can only register 20, in some instances they will say 25 or 30 in a day. Is there an instruction from the headquarters that this is how it should be done? 20 people per day?
Okay, let me tell you, we did a research and we realized that from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock, a system will do between 40 and 50 persons per day. But however, maybe at your convenience, my brother, you can go to our headquarters in Lagos, I'll direct you appropriately. Unofficially, they will show you the enrollment report per day per center. As of today, the average enrollment per system is 80 all over the country. Average, when I say average, 80. In some locations, 100. In some, 120.
Okay.
Let me tell you an example. In a Lausa office, each of the systems is doing about 120 per day because they work from 7 o'clock to 7 p.m. And even to make it available, they work on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, they open from 9 to 5 o'clock. Then in some instances, Sunday too, they open. But an average enrollment system, whatever I'm telling you, please, you can confirm.
Yeah.
When you go to our Lausa office, you can call me out directly. You will see the enrollment report. As of today, all over the country, the average per system is 80. So the 20 they mentioned is incorrect.
Okay. So what should Nigerians do then if any of your staff tells them that they can only register 20, all of them can go?
If any of our staff tells them that, we have provided phone lines on our website. And our website is www.nimc.gov.ng. They can call.
Okay.
Or they can report. We will take action.
All right. Fantastic. Mr. Adegoke, I have one more question. I'm sorry. I'm always having one more question.
No problem.
Okay. So there is this issue of, when people register their SIM with their telcos, they have their data and everything. Then if that line is dormant for some time, telcos oftentimes reallocate those numbers to some other users. So what happens then if someone had registered for NIN with that same number, but the person misplaces that SIM became dormant, then he lost that SIM? What happens to that person? How can that person retrieve his or NIN?
Okay, if someone if someone loses his or her SIM, and the SIM becomes dormant.
Yeah.
But the SIM has not been reallocated to another person.
It has been reallocated to another person.
Once it has been reallocated to another person, that means that the first owner seems to become the owner.
Okay.
That one, there is no need. So there is no need for that person. You can't link what does not belong to you again. So it is the new owner that will link that SIM with his own name.
So what now happens to the NIN that person had, used to register for that SIM?
For now, You are talking of sins that were lost in the past.
Yes. Yes.
In the past, we didn't ask anybody to link in with sin.
Okay.
We just started the exercise.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. All right, then. We're going to go on a quick break, Mr. Adegoke. When we return, we'll just take a few calls because of your busy schedule. We'll allow you go. But let's go to break. When we return, Lagos, we'll be right back. Stay here. Mr. Kayode Adegoke, the spokesman for the NIMC, is on the show this morning. I know that you've got loads and tons of questions, but we'll be right back after this.
Thank you.
Lagos is massively recruiting independent sales executives that own a car and a valid driver's license. Are you ready to work with the company with the most history worldwide? Are you ambitious, a smart worker? Do you have a great attitude? Ready to take your career to the next level? Here is an opportunity for you. Please call 0815 705 0505 or 0905 637 4258 to book for an interview.
Every day, news break.
The Nigerian Communications Commission has ordered mobile network operators
Shaping our present and the future.
The vast majority of men and women of the police force are hardworking and diligent in performing their duties.
Policies and its makers.
I have been crying out. What is there in our time now is that the cost of government is too much.
Community and the dwellers.
Stop playing the ostrich. I came here now and the officers are saying I cannot exercise my rights.
We bring them all to you. The news on Nigeria Info. Top of the hour, every hour. Nigeria Info News. Let's talk. Start your day right. Join us on the Morning Crossfire.
These children being kidnapped. They didn't do anything wrong for being in Nigeria. They are actually hoping on us for their future. Some of them are the only daughter, the only child of their parents.
I don't think it's fair what this government is doing to us, not especially PMB himself. He made promises to this country and he isn't doing anything about any one of them.
Engaging, informing, and interactive conversation.
Why is the government toying with the life of the citizen? At least the right thing should be done.
Weekdays from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. The Morning Crossfire with Sheriff Quadry. On your number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
For area, then they call me Baba 22. If you look my JC number 22, my keke plate number encore 22, my house number, of course, I dey cack for number 22. Walale. But you sabi wetin really make them they call me Baba 22? Now because I dey groove 22 times bonus on top every recharge.
Yes, so if you don't take when you use your glow line, reactivate now, make you begin enjoy your own get 22 times bonus on top every recharge. It dey pay to reactivate your glow line.
Whoa. Unlimited. Smart is starting early. Smart is you being proactive. Smart is doing it online. Smart is filing your annual tax returns now. To all employers in Lagos, you have till 31st of January to file your annual tax returns. Smart up! Visit etax.lirs.net and log into your etax profile using your company's taxpayer ID and password. Select the returns module, the appropriate year of returns to be filed, the returns type, and download the appropriate template. Then click on File Returns to upload the updated returns template. Take notice that failure to file your company's annual tax returns on or before 31st of January 2021 is a contravention of the extant provisions of the Personal Income Tax Act, which attracts stiff penalties on defaulters. For inquiries, call 0700 2255 5477 or visit www.lirs.gov.ng. This message is from the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service, LIRS.
To all the mothers in Nigeria, we congratulate you for progress on your journey, for all your efforts. While taking care of your family, you also didn't give up taking care of yourself. We congratulate you and all Mofix mothers. You are always the number one. Now, Nigeria's #1 choice of mothers have Molfix Air Dry baby diapers. Thanks to Molfix Air Dry, now babies and mothers enjoy the ultimate peace. Come and join mothers who experience Molfix Air Dry baby diapers.
Information at its peak. This is 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm listening.
Now we're back on the Morning Crossfire.
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Oh, yes, you're still live on the Morning Crossfire, 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are the nation's #1 talk station. We bring the biggest conversation to you here on Nigeria Info anytime, any day. I am Sheriff Quadry. I have the spokesman of NIMC, the National Identity Management Commission, on the show, Mr. Kayode. Adegoke on the show today. Mr. Kayode, thank you again for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
All right. Let's have you now join the conversation. But before you join the conversation, I'm sorry, I just have to have one more. Mr. Adegoke, quickly, before we move away from that last question about when someone loses or lost a SIM, how about now? If someone loses a SIM and then the SIM gets allocated to another person, what happens to that person's NIN and the SIM?
Okay, thank you for the question. Well, that issue is being looked into by the telcos and the Nigerian Communication Commission. So they are going to come out with a policy statement in that direction very soon.
Okay. But now, as it stands today, what then happens?
Okay, as it stands today, before when you lose your SIM, it takes not 1 day, not 2 days, not 30 days, I think it's about 90 days or 120 days before that SIM
is reallocated. Yeah.
So they are working. The NCC and the ministry are working out with a policy statement. So very, very soon that will be released.
Okay. And now let me go to Twitter. If you're tweeting me, please add the hashtag Nigeria Info MCF. As Nigeria Info MCF. MCF stands for Morning Crossfire. It's trending on Twitter already because that's the trend. That's the hashtag that I'm using to search for all the tweets that are coming in. All right. Kareem on Twitter, Mr. Adegoke, please listen to this question. The person says, how can married woman change her surname to her husband's surname? She registered with her father's surname, now wish to change to her husband's surname.
Okay, that's very easy. The woman should go to any of our centers with a means of identification, for instance, marriage certificate.
Okay.
And change, there's what we call modification of data, and modify the surname to the new surname. However, it costs a token of 500 naira, which will be paid to Remitter, that's government platform.
Okay.
So with the receipt and with the document showing the new surname, it will be done.
Mr. Cappuccino says, there is a mistake on my date of birth. How and where can I sort that out in Lagos?
Okay. Mr. Cappuccino, sorry for that. You can go to our headquarters, our state office in Alausa. Once you get to Alausa, you will be asked to produce a document showing the correct date of birth.
Okay.
But you will make a payment to government account. On our website, Nigerians or applicants can find the list of approved payments for modification on our website.
Okay.
So once you get there, you give them the document, then you pay the approved payment, then it will be done. But let me remind Nigerians, you can only change your date of birth once. And after that, that can never be. You can't come back again to say, oh, you made a blunder, you want to change it. No. The federal government has given room for only change for once.
Okay.
After that, no change.
Okay. Murtala Jamiu Adegboyega says, my question is this. Does the number, that's 11-digit number on the old national ID card represent NIN too?
Okay. The old national ID card, that was the one of 2003.
I think, yeah.
That is not NIN.
Okay.
This process started in 2012. So if you enroll between 2012 and today, you'll be given a national identification number slip. On that slip, you will see it NIN, and you'll see the 11-digit number. But if it's 2002, no, that's not the name.
Okay. Comrade Don Isibo says, can I still reprint my NIMC? My former NIMC paper has been destroyed. Unfortunately, the number are not really clear.
Definitely, Nigerians or legal residents can reprint the NIN slip. However, the NIN slip costs a token of 500 naira. It's been approved because it's on a customized paper. However, the app that we came out with, by this week, hopefully, we will communicate to Nigerians. You don't even need to visit our office. On that app, you just go to a particular place, then you can reprint your NIN slip at your home or your offices at your convenience, rather than going to our office.
Okay. Let me go to YouTube, where we're streaming as well. Ogundipe Olubaya on YouTube says he wants to know his wife was given August for appointment date. What will happen to her line before then?
Okay, yes, because we are operating the booking system all over our center.
Right.
However, I want to assure Nigerians that some of these issues being raised like August, whatever, July, will be resolved quickly. Because about over 200 licensed agents were recently approved by the Honorable Minister. And majority of them, hopefully, this week, next week, they are preparing to set up enrollment centers all over the nation.
Okay.
So if you are giving till August, once those private agents set up enrollment center within the next 2 weeks, hopefully, then you can go to any of those centers and it is free.
Okay, fantastic. One more question from YouTube, then we will go to the telephone. Fumebi Akinkpelu says, please help me ask, what can I do? I misplaced my SIM and I can't retrieve my NIN number. What do I do?
Okay, what you do, if you visit any of our center, we will do what we call biometric verification with your fingerprint. Your NIN will pop up. Then they will reprint the NIN for you.
Okay. Can't he just dial *346# to get his
You have
NIN?
to dial *346# on the mobile number you registered with NIMC.
Oh,
so if you
okay.
have lost that SIM,
Okay.
that means that you can't dial that except you visit our office with your biometrics or the one for a date of birth, then they will get you the NIN.
All right. Okay, then. Now let's go to the telephone. 0700 993 993 993 is studio line. Please go straight to your question if you've got any question, all right? We'll appreciate you to be very, very straight to the point. If you've got any question at all, go straight to it. If you don't have a question or you just want to make a comment, do that in 60 seconds so we can take in as many thoughts as possible. Dele Ajayi is with us this morning. Dele Ajayi, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Morning to
Terry.
you. Morning.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Now, I want to make two inquiries. One, for those that expatriate, maybe they just stayed in the country for about 6 months, how do you handle them with NIN? Two, for companies that have corporate lines, how do you handle this? Because it's like the
Like a CUG.
networks are confused. Yes, like CUG.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Mr. Adegoke.
Okay. Can I provide answer?
Yes, please go on.
Okay. Number one, the first question he had was on
Expatriate.
expatriate.
Yeah.
Now, for the expatriate, the NIMC Act says that once you are residing in Nigeria or you have resided for a minimum period of 2 years, you are supposed to go and enroll and get your NIN, because the NIN is not only for the citizens but also for legal residents.
Yeah.
However, for expatriate to enroll, the expatriate must come with a valid document issued by the Nigerian Immigration Service. So, and on that document, there is a number. It is called the SEPA document. So there is a number on that SEPA issued by the immigration. Okay. So with the document, we will enroll the expatriate. But without that SEPA or that legal document, that means that the expatriate is residing in Nigeria illegally.
Okay.
But for a legal resident, we are expected to enroll that person once the person has been there for a period of 2 years.
All right. Let's look at Kenneth. He's in Ikeja. Kenneth, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. You're really doing a great job. I want to find out something. You know, we use a particular line, exact name say. That's the first question.
Yeah.
It's possible for one to have lost that SIM, and unfortunately the telco has given it to another person. How do we do about that? That's one. Number two, I did my NIN at Ikoyi, and a week later, they said once I validate my DD at the bank, I will have my name registered, which I saw. of recent, I'm trying to migrate to another PFA for my pension.
Okay.
So when the pension people came to my office, I put my thumbprint, and he's not capturing it. So I don't know what is the problem. Is it that there's a problem between BVN and NIMC, BVN, whatever, capturing or something? Because we tried so many times. They even brought a second laptop.
Okay.
I put my fingers, and my name is not going.
Your NIN is not coming up. It's not popping up.
Yes.
Oh.
On the what's it called?
Just
Pencom.
Can I stay on the line? Stay on the line. Let Mr. Adegoke try to answer that in case he has a question for you. Mr. Adegoke.
Thank you so much. Sorry, Mr. Kenneth. Have you registered or enrolled for the NIN?
Yes, I registered with NIMC. That's Article E.
And you were given the NIN slip?
That was 2019. Yes. And I got my NIN much later. They said once I get my BVN validation, I will see it written on it. And I saw it on my BVN.
Wait, sir. There is nothing like BVN validation once you have gotten your NIN. All you need to do is give your NIN to your PFA, because we work with the PFA. Give your NIN to your PFA, and they will use that to verify your data from us, and they will validate whatever you have with them.
Once they put my pension number, it came up. My NIN came up. But to now validate with my thumbprint, it didn't go.
Okay.
It's not an issue with NIMC.
Okay.
Maybe with the PFA.
Okay.
The thumbprinting. But for NIMC, your NIN is valid.
Okay.
So.
Okay, Kenneth, do you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm guessing that we have to take that up with the PFA. Kenneth, thank you. Let's speak with another caller. Hello, good morning to you.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes, please, Mr. Prof from Ojualaba.
Welcome.
My question is, what of all these people living with disability that doesn't have 5,000 naira to get this thing? Because the way Mr. Adegoke says that they are not collecting this money, this is general. If it is one person that is they collected this money from, it couldn't have gone all around. This is what the workers are doing. I don't know why they are defending them.
Thank you, Mr. Frank. Thank you, Mr. Frank. Your point is noted. I want to stick to the angle of people living with disability. Let me add this, Mr. Adegoke. How about those in the hospital, those that are ill right now? How about those who are physically challenged? They can't go and crowd up in these places that people are crowding up. What's going to happen to them?
Okay, what we do is, at all our centers across the country, we give priorities to 3 sets of people: the physically challenged, pregnant women, and elderly. When we say elderly, 65 years and above. So once we see them at our center, we give priority to them.
Okay.
However, for the hospital management you are talking about, like in Lagos, I'm sure in Kano, Kaduna, even in FCC, Rivers, Adegoke and Co., you will see that our staff takes system to all these places to capture those who don't have the medical wherewithal to come and enroll with us, and they need this leave. Okay. We've been doing that. But for our center, anyone that is physically challenged, pregnant women and elderly, will give priority to them over and above any other place.
Thank you. Let's speak with Friday. Friday, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Jerry.
Morning.
Yeah, please, I have a question to ask Mr. Adegoke.
Yeah.
I want to ask, because for now, it's like what you say on the 19th of February. But for me personally, as far as COVID-19 keep on existing, I don't want to go there and register for any NIN. I want to know what happened to my life. Maybe if COVID-19 ends by March or April, then I decided to register. What happened to my life after then?
Okay. Hold on, Friday. Let's say your line currently now, after the deadline has been blocked and everything.
Yes.
You're asking whether after registering, what now happens to your line then?
Yes.
Okay, Friday. Thank you. Mr. Adegoke.
After registering, he's expected to link his NIN with his SIM. And so that will not be disconnected. Once he has registered, the next thing is to link the NIN with his SIM.
So what he was saying is that now that he cannot go and register because of the crowd and COVID, and then what happens, okay, so if line is now blocked at the end of the deadline, then he now goes ahead to now register for NIN and link it. What happens to that same line that has been blocked already?
That line will take the NIN to any of the telco centers and reactivate his line.
Okay.
The minister has spoken on that.
All right, fantastic. So we're going to go to Facebook. Let's take some thoughts on Facebook very quickly. We're streaming live on Facebook, by the way. Nigeria Info 99.3. You can go there and drop your question for Mr. Adegoke, the spokesman of NIMC, and I will read your question to him. Okay, Michael is here already, so let's just speak with Michael. Michael, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Morning to you. Yes, please.
Yeah, my question is, I have a modem that is registered after an organization.
Right.
So the person, when it was registered, the person who was using it is no longer using it. I'm the one using it now.
Okay.
How do I go about registering?
But you are the one using it, Abby?
Yes, I'm the one using it now.
Okay. All right. Mr. Adegoke, would you like to?
Yeah, when it was registered.
Okay. All right. Okay. And you don't have the SIM, you don't have anything about,
No, I have the SIM.
Okay.
It's in a modem.
Okay. But you are not the one that registered it.
I'm not the one.
Okay. All right. Mr. Adegoke, would you like to respond to that?
Okay, yes. I think from my understanding of the telcos, now, once a SIM is registered maybe under the CUG, under a particular name, the moment that person leaves, you are expected to go back to the telcos and change the data.
Okay.
But many of us Nigerians don't do that because it's a policy by the telcos. We don't do that. We allow it to pass. So the way it is, I'm not holding forth for the telcos or LCC, but the way it is, since the SIM was registered in someone else's name and the person has left, it behoves on the new owner to go to the telcos now and register that SIM in his or her name now. Then afterwards, then you now link your own name with the SIM.
Fantastic. Now that we're here talking about the telcos, I have a question for you on the app. But let's quickly talk about a caller talked about CUG. And I don't think we answered that question as to, who is responsible for registering CUG?
Okay. I told you I was in the private sector before.
Right.
Most of virtually all the lines registered under CUG were registered by someone. There is no corporate line.
Okay.
So that is my understanding.
Okay.
For instance, you work with XYZ organization, and you go to a particular telco to register maybe like 50 to get 50 CUG. That 50 CUG is registered in someone's name.
Okay.
It's not registered in the company's name because it is that person that will provide the biometric. That is the truth. It is not company that will not. Company is abstract. Company is not an individual.
Yeah.
When you register CUG, someone is responsible for that. Because you have to use your fingerprint to register it at any of the telco's points of sale.
Okay.
So, for me, all CUG register in someone's name, the person should be the one to link it to a name. But if there's a change of person, they should go to the telcos now and change the data and let the new person register that with his or her name.
Fantastic. Emmanuel is here, though. Let's speak with Emmanuel. Emmanuel, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you, Emmanuel.
Good morning, Chairman.
Go on, Emmanuel. Straight to your question.
My question is this. So in every area, because you said something like no payment in every centers of the NIN registration centers. So I don't understand. Because if a girl just collected her own this morning and she was telling me that she paid 8,000 naira. So I don't understand where is this one coming from? Because you were trying to tell us that none of your staff collected money from anybody. Thank you.
Okay. I'm guessing he didn't. Okay, go on, Mr. Adegoke.
Can the person hold on? Let me ask a question.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, okay. I wanted to find out from him because he said they collected 8,000 naira from him.
From somebody. So for somebody that he knows.
Okay, some of this. Let me explain. I'm not defending anything. Most of the time, when people say they extort them, you ask them, "Are you the one?" They will say no. Somebody told them.
Yeah.
Okay, who told you? Give me the number. You call the person and say, no, somebody told me. If you were extorted to the tune of any sum,
right,
report the staff. We have said this severally. However, let me make something clear too. Very, very clear. The law of the land on ground says both the giver and receiver will be prosecuted. NIMC is saying this enrollment is free. If peradventure you go to any of our centers and you were asked to pay money, and maybe because of your impatience or so, you parted with that money. Okay, don't worry, I'll pay 10,000 naira. And you now come out and say, oh, they extorted you. Both that NIMC staff and you will be handed over to security agents for prosecution.
Do you think that would help in curbing bribery by some of your staff?
You know why? Because we don't expect applicants to give money. We have said it severally. Don't pass with money. Anybody that asks for money, report. But if you parted with money, it means that you are aiding and abetting graft. So both the person and the receiver and the giver will be prosecuted.
Right. Let's look at Kingsley.
So I didn't make the law. It is in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Yeah, I know.
Don't give money. We have said it severally. But if you parted with your money and you come out to say, we will arrest the person that collected the money and you will also be arrested. The two of you will be prosecuted.
Indeed.
Because don't give money.
Indeed. Kingsley is here, though, from Surulere. Kingsley, good morning to you.
Good morning, Chris.
Morning to you.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a broken record. Mr. Adegoke is unfortunate that he's being economical with the truth. You know these things happen. Sheriff, in your office there, can your security man just be collecting money without the knowledge of your
but it happens actually. It happens that security people.
Hold on, Sheriff. I work in an organization. If a security man wants to collect money without the knowledge of his people, he will be doing it discreetly, and you will not hear it coming out every day.
Yes, you're right.
But the way it is, I did my own in 2019 in Surulere. I know the challenge. I didn't go to work that day. I know the challenge I had with them. In fact, they are collecting money, is maybe because of the level of English and the way I was conducting myself. They became afraid. And I was attended to that.
Yeah.
So Mr. Adegoke is being economical with the truth.
Thank you.
Thank
you, Kingsley. Thank you. I would really love to give you time, but we don't have that time. Mr. Adegoke, please, we don't have that time. We don't have that time because we have valid, real questions here. So let's not spend time addressing that, please, quickly. How many people have been registered so far?
We have registered close to 50 million Nigerians.
50 million?
Yes.
And you don't think that the deadline is too short and too close to be able to cover about 180 million people?
Okay, like I told you, the target people now are SIM card holders, not children.
Yeah.
And you discover that one person might have 2 or 3 SIMs, 4 SIMs, 5 SIMs. So if you have, like, let's say 160 million SIMs in circulation, and you have 2 per person, that means that 80 million. But if it's 3, that's about 40 million. Sorry, 40, 50, 60.
Okay.
So for the licensed agents that are coming up within the next few weeks, I can tell you they will mop up the people.
Okay.
I'm telling you the truth.
All
so
right.
we are not afraid.
All right.
We are ready and set.
Okay. Let's begin. Ade is here. Ade, good morning to you.
Sheriff, morning to you.
Morning to you.
Yes, Sheriff, God bless you. God bless Mr. Adegoke for the information, for the update on the information. But let me ask a few questions on behalf of myself and a few others that may have 1 or 2 worries. My own personal card is expired as we speak. That got expired November 2020 because I was among the first set that got the national ID card, and it lasted for 5 years. So we argued amongst ourselves, as in my friends, that it should not have, that the card is not supposed to have an expiry date. I want Mr. Adegoke to throw light on it about the expiration, 1. Then 2, when are we going to get a replacement for an update since it's expired? That's 1. 2.
That's true.
A friend of mine, that's like a neighbor, he's non-Nigerian, that's a foreigner, but works here and uses a mobile line.
Okay.
Are they entitled to NIN?
Okay, thank you so much. We can't take any more than that. Mr. Adegoke, quickly.
Okay, quickly. Let me respond to the question.
We have 60 seconds.
Yes, for the general multipurpose card, the expiration is because of the payment applet on that card.
Okay.
That is the financial institution rule. Any payment card must have expiration. NIMC card general is 5 years, while the ATM you have in circle is just 3 years. However, your NIN does not expire. As long as you have your NIN, the telcos are not asking you for your card. They're asking for your NIN.
Mm-hmm.
But for the card, if you want to how do I replace it, or you want to renew it, it's a token of 5,000 naira approved by the federal government. You go to any of our centers, fill a card renewal form, and you pay the money. However, once you have the NIN, you are good to go. with your NIN. That is what you need for.
Mr. Adegoke, quick one, and I need you to answer this in 30 seconds. What happens to Nigerians abroad?
Okay, we have about agents in 15 countries all over the world: UK, US, Canada, India, South Africa, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, Cameroon, India, and so on and so forth. So they can go to any of these centers to register. We call it diasporal enrollment.
Okay.
In fact, on our website, we have provided details of those agents.
We have to go now, Mr. Adegoke. I'm really sorry. I know 1 hour is too small. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate it, Mr. Adegoke.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sharif.
All right.
Have a blessed week.
You too. All right, Lagos, that's how you can go. I mean, look at it, 1 hour and it's gone. I'm Sheriff Quadry. You can follow me online at Sheriff Quadry on Twitter, at Sheriff Quadry on Instagram, and I'll follow back. Good morning to you. Daily Digest, well, Table Talk is next.
Can you imagine if you just win 100 million naira? 100 million naira.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.